guys? How is everybody doing? I'll reduce this a bit. Let's wait for a couple people to come on the stream. Yep, 150. So, let me explain though. Okay? Gonna shout out everybody on the stream. As you can see, in fact, what you guys can see on the stream is not all of it. What you guys can see on the screen is just one chapter. But I have to do all of these. Now, luckily for me, I already have it storyboarded and I already have the pages ready. But these pages need to be done in about 3-4 months. So I have a plan. The plan is to only draw the characters and hand the digital files to assistants who can focus on the backgrounds, and then eventually to another assistant who can at least begin the process of toning, so that when a file then comes back down to me, I'll just do final touch-ups and the page is done. So really, when I finish inking the characters on a page, everything is fairly finished, which will be good for my brain. And so even though it's just 4 chapters here, I've already begun. And if you guys follow me on Twitch and you follow the Twitch streams, you can see when I'm working on a lot of these. In fact, there is footage of me storyboarding pretty much all of this, almost all of this on Twitch. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. So today, I already have it paneled as well, as you can see. So I have begun. The next step would be to, for me at least, to prepare the pages, so that they're ready for background assistants to even work on backgrounds. See, the good thing of setting everything up this way is that I can have a background assistant working on a future page already, just drawing the backgrounds, even though I've not drawn anything on that page just yet. And these pages, all these chapters, these are for Apple Black Volume 4. That's what we're working on. Apple Black Volume 4. And it has to be done way ahead of time. And that's what we're trying to accomplish today. But this is the first stream of the year, 2023. First non-short video for 2023. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. And let's get to it. Hopefully you guys also had a happy holidays. And then we'll see what we can put together. I'm going to be extracting text and putting it on the page, getting to it. And then we'll go from there. Every once in a while, I'll take a break. If you have any questions for a Q&A, just let me know, and I'll try to answer as best I can from what I see in the chat. Starting now. Let's get it. So obviously you guys can see I'm still working, putting in the text in the pages. Spoiler alert if you're looking into it, super deeply, because this is volume 4 stuff. But please don't forget to like the video. That helps a lot. Sometimes I think maybe with streaming, it's easier to forget. So please don't forget to like the video. Please like, and engage. And if you have any questions, if you guys want to do super chats, those help a great deal as well. And now back to it. How you doing, Meow? I think maybe with streaming, Uh-oh. It's easier to forget. So, I don't know if you guys can hear me, right? Got a super chat. Andrew Coatsworth. Hey White hired an artist to do 239 pages at 170. And I believe you said something about plagiarism. Hey man, good for you. Good for you. So luckily, when I'm done adding the text in these pages, I'm going to be sending them to assistants to then with directions on what to do with them. I might sketch the backgrounds with a little bit more detail, just the backgrounds, so that they can begin with the backgrounds, and then I can just focus on characters. And I should be able. We'll see. We'll see how much I can even get done in this first month. Also, quick shout out to everybody who has supported the books. Got some cups. Let me see if I can pull. Got one here. Shout out to anybody who's pre-ordered. Oh, no, actually purchased the books because they're out now. We got this, and yeah. I have Black Volume 2. And then you can see all the other books over here that we have in the Saturday AM lineup. Titan King, Titan 2, all that shoot. And we'll kind of keep going. Doing what we can. Shout out to everybody who's pre-ordered. Some of the books is for pre-order. Some of the books, you know, they're already available in bookstores. If you look at one of my shorts, you can see a short where I got to sign some copies in Barnes and Noble. Yeah. There you go. Hey, appreciate you. You got it from Walmart. Shout out Walmart. Walmart they actually got the most copies out of all the stores. And the stores are available worldwide. You see my books are in Turkey, Netherlands, Israel, Nigeria, South Africa, Germany, English versions so far, but translated versions are on the way. I confirmed I know some languages confirmed there's going to be translated into, but we're on all the top countries, especially the English speaking ones. Obviously, the U.S., Canada, UK. So appreciate y'all. Shout out to everyone who's supported the books, whether Volume 1 and Volume 2, because Volume 2 shows them that okay, it's not a fluke. People are gonna come back. And if you supported some of the other books, it lets them know, okay, it's not just Apple Black. This Saturday AM thing is serious. So shout out to everybody who supported. Appreciate you guys a great deal. And for the books that you can see, they're flashing, going side by side. Even our How to Draw book, if you want to learn how to draw, all these books, they're everywhere, stores, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, you name it, right? If you go to the website, you can actually learn more about what the books are, maybe synopsis or what you're gonna get inside. Go to saturday-am.com/graphic novels, graphic-novels, or just go to the saturday-am.com website. You'll be able to find it, or the Amazon. You can see the URL at the top right there, and you see all the books. So appreciate everyone who supported. Now, again, I'm going to hop back into this. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Like, please. If you showed up, please give this stream a little bit of love. A little bit of love. Now I'm going back into it. What we're going to try and do is I'm going to try and at least get this whole chapter done when it comes to text, and maybe begin with the next. Eventually, we're going to migrate to Twitch. So we're not going to be streaming the whole time on YouTube. We will move to Twitch, but I'm going to see if I can at least on YouTube get all the text in for just this chapter at least. So again, don't forget to leave a like. Got a better idea. I need to fix this. I need to fix it. Oh, shoot. Really? All right. Again, happy holidays, guys. Don't forget to like the video if you guys are enjoying all this lettering and laying down stuff. But again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comments, in the chat thing, YouTube chat, whatever. We don't do that many streams that often, but try to answer as many questions as I can. Think of this as you're watching me work slash observational tutorial slash Q&A. So every time I take like a break, like right now, I'll look at the chat and see what questions you guys got. Let me see. How many volumes of Apple Black are there? Currently, there are 3. We're working on the 4th one. The 3rd one is available for pre-order, but that's been done. The goal here is to finish up the 4th. All the volumes are about 200-ish, 200 over 200 pages, right? Like 220 pages. So I have already done some of the 4th, right? I just need to finish these like 150-ish so that we can be done. And I want to finish it in record time, because if I can finish all these pages in about 3 to 4 months with this new plan that I have, that means that I should be able to do, you know, 2.5, at least 2, worst case 1.5 volumes every year. And that means everybody can get more volumes. There's more content. The story pushes forward. There are so many positives that come with that. And I'm excited to see if we can pull it off. And I think we can, but it's going to be hard. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of hard fun. For those wondering how long the how long Apple Black's going to run, I don't plan on pulling a One Piece. Hell no. It'll be more in line with like maybe a Full Metal lengthwise, where at least this first part of Apple Black would be like 20 volumes, right? But then there's a time skip, and that time skip almost like a spin-off ish, but it's the same story. Maybe an extra 10 volumes. So in the perfect world, I'm looking at 30 volumes for the whole story. The whole story. But right now I'm just focused on the first part, the first 20 volumes, currently just a volume 4, and we'll see what we can put together. I'm excited because I think people enjoyed volume 1, people enjoyed volume 2 more than volume 1, people enjoyed volume 3. Well, volume 3 is not out, but I've perceived volume 3 to be better. So it's like we're getting better and better with each volume. But I think that the fourth volume smokes all of them on all levels combined. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that. Also because the fourth volume is kind of like a season finale for the first arc. So there's a lot of questions answered and then cool questions asked and fun plot twists and cliffhangers, and the fight scenes are the best so far in my opinion. And so I really can't wait for you guys to enjoy all of that, including all the good stuff that comes in the volumes prior. So you're having fun here. When you ink on a character for black and white, do you use traditional ink items or with a mechanical pen? Which one would work for beginners? I mean, now that I ink traditionally. I ink digitally, so I ink in Clip Studio Paint, and I have several videos that touch on how to ink in Clip Studio Paint, including one that touches on like inking fast, where we're going from a rough layer directly to an inking layer, which helps saves time, which is what we're going to be using. That's the technique we're going to be using for all these pages. All the sketches you see on these panels, they're actually from the storyboards, but I just blew them up and slapped them on the page, right? So we're just going to ink directly. There's not going to be some fine penciling of it. I might do some fine penciling for some backgrounds, just so the background inkers know what they're looking at. But even then, it'll still be rough-ish. And I've prepped them for the most part to be able to figure it out like me as best as possible. You like volume 2 versus 1? That's fine. That's good. Each volume, I think, gets better and better and better. So, can't wait for you guys to check that out. Am I using a basic brush or made the one? I'm using the default inking brush pen in Clip Studio Paint called the Real G Pen. Is trying to mimic an actual G Pen, which is an industry standard for inking. Anyways, again, please like the video, guys, if you haven't already. Share it, do whatever you guys want to do. But I'm going to go back into laying down the text. And we're trying to see if we can lay down the text for at least all of this chapter. And for those having comments about the music is actually original Apple Black music from the manga motion comic that's also available on the channel. You can watch for free chapters 1, 2, and 3. And that's where the music is from. It was made by Max Shershov. He's a really, really good composer. With my directions and some of his instincts and just talent, we put this together. And so this is one of the songs on the soundtrack. You can also find it on the channel in the biggest speed paint video that I have. It's one of the recent videos on the channel, and all of the music is on that video as well. Okay. Okay, guys, I think we have added the dialogue for this chapter. We've done it all. Ain't that right? So let's see what you guys are cooking. Yeah, it is, a page a day, but it's trying to do a page a day. And for those who are just coming on, we have this page, no, this chapter, this chapter, this chapter, and this chapter. And there's a post-credit scene. That's all our books, all our Saturday AM books have post-credit scenes. Some actually tease a Saturday multiverse. So if you got volume 1 of Apple Black, you should have seen some of that already. But and these are just the four chapters. There's still like 2 more chapters that I need to do. That'll be this one as well. But I think I already put the words in for the one that's about to pop up. Don't forget to like the video, like the chat, like the whole stream, guys. We appreciate that. That's this one right here, this chapter, and then this chapter, another chapter. Yep, there you go. So I've put in the text for this one, and I've put in the text for this one, and I just finished putting in the text for this one. So I'm going one by one, step by step, almost doing everything at the same time, working on all the pages at once. And I feel like that's where I'm fastest and most effective. And then I can send the pages after I'm done to assistants to finish up the backgrounds and tone. So once it leaves me, the page is pretty much done. It'll come back to me for like final touches, toning wise, but or just anything that is necessary. And we have 4 months. But if I am capable, because I'll still be putting in the rest of the dialogue. I'll probably do that, use the rest of the day to finish that up, and I'll put in the rest of the dialogue. Then tomorrow I will go page by page. Tomorrow I might not finish tomorrow, but I'll take the next couple days to go into all the panels for all the chapters at once, and look for parts where backgrounds are going to be there, and I just add an extra layer of sketch to give it more direction. Then once I'm done with that for all the pages, which might take me a couple extra days, worst case a week, right? If I do a chapter a day, worst case a week. And then once that is done, I'll just go ahead and send all the pages to the background artists, the manga assistants, so they can begin. That way, background is being done for a chapter that I'm not even working on yet. Then in the meantime, I can just focus on inking characters for each page. And if that's, and not toning, not doing, just inking the characters and doing maybe add speed lines here and there, stuff that's easy to do and quick and fun. I'll just focus on that. And if I can knock out 2 to 4 pages a day, so let's say 3 pages on average a day, then in the month, 90 pages, but let's say I have a couple days off. Even if I have a couple days off, let's pull it back down to 70 pages in January, 70 pages, and then another 70 pages in February. I mean, at that point, we're pretty much done, right? So it's possible to be done in February, at least with just the inking, if I'm averaging 3 pages a day, assuming I don't do it every day, which I could, right? If I do it every day, then we're talking 90. 90 plus 90, 180 pages. But let's just say that's not the case, because that'll probably not be the case. So if I do like 70 pages a month, it's possible. And I'll stream it all, so I'll either be streaming here or I'll be streaming on Twitch. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, like this video, make sure you subscribe here if you're new. And so I should be done with the character stuff in February. So let's get worst case, super worst case, right? Let's say it takes me March as well. If I'm done with just the characters in March, by then the background artist will be done with all the backgrounds. So all that will be left is toning. And that's if I don't assign another manga assistant to just kind of do the baseline toning for everything. So there's a good chance by the end of March, we should be done. We should be done, and then I'll use April, the last month, to finalize everything and do the chapter covers. Just fine tune everything and do chapter covers with color and yada 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 yada. There'll be some colored page, like there might be a few colored pages here and there. Nothing too crazy. Honestly, nothing too crazy. But I know one page for sure will be in color. Actually, a double spread. But then chapter covers. So all that fine tuning, finishing touch type stuff will be in April. And if I stick to this plan, I should make it. And if the plan works, even if the plan, if the plan works, then I might be able to do 2 volumes a year. And if I'm doing 2 volumes a year, or at least 1.5 volumes a year, if I'm doing 1.5 volumes a year, that's good. But if I can aim for 2 volumes a year, 2 volumes a year, that's good. That's very good. Right? Y'all get content sooner. We'll be able to go into the next arc, which is a staple in shonen manga of Apple Black. And we can just keep having fun. The assistants will be more used to my stuff, so they'll also get faster over time. And that is the plan. So outside of that, does anybody have any questions? If not, I think we'll be done for today's stream. I just wanted to let you guys know what's happening and see me kind of work. And I'm just going to be putting in text. Your Apple Black Volume 2 is arriving today by the 10th. Shout out to you. Appreciate the support. I hope you enjoy it. Honest reviews are welcome. Honest reviews on Amazon and Goodreads if you guys are interested in that. If you guys enjoy the books, let everybody know. Let everybody know. And trust me, if you're enjoying the books, you will enjoy Volume 4. Promise. If you're like, oh, this is 5-star stuff, then you will look for more stars for Volume 4. Congrats on all the hard work. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Who's that black and why is he black? Okay. How do you get assistance? I kind of just put it out there, and people who follow me, people who want to learn, who also want to learn during the process, they kind of applied, and I gave them a little test of what to do just to see their skill level, and I've picked, and I did that again, and so I'll be picking again for new assistants, and then I just go from there. Where is Bakassi? Bakassi will return eventually, but first things first, the full focus right now is to finish Apple Black Volume 4. And then we'll see what we can do with Bakassi. If the plan that I can see, maybe Bakassi, at least the first chapter fully finishes, maybe next year. Question: the point of using screen tones rather than actual grayscale is if for style, printing costs. Screen tone is kind of. I mean, it's just one of those traditional things that have stuck. Right, the original had to do with like printing, because grayscale it's really it's tiny black dots, so it's not really not the tones. They're tiny black dots, right? They're not really gray, But when you look at it at a distance, then it seems gray. Versus grayscale, it's kind of like it's more of like a new digital thing that's come along. I think that's why, but it's kind of like a traditional thing that's just stuck. I think that's why. Trying to mimic that traditional touch. The same way I use the G Pen in Clip Studio Paint is a real G Pen brush, which is trying to mimic the G Pen in real life, which is an industry standard for making manga, inking manga in Japan. So I think maybe it's tied to that, but it doesn't really matter. You can use grayscale if you want. There are people that kind of do whatever they want now. Once it's digital, do what you want. I'm enjoying so far. The black character with the invisibility cloak has my attention, but we don't have much info on my brother yet. And Sano's roommate reminds me of Neji. Okay. What's the size of the pages? I don't know off the top of my head, but it's I tried to create something that was close to the B4 deleter B4 type B or type A paper. One of them. But if you look for a deleter comic book paper and you look for the size of that, that's what it's close to. Outside of that, okay, it's mostly style and visual texture. There you go. Excited for Saturday Wars? Yep. Saturday Wars is essentially like our Infinity Wars or our Secret Wars, where all the Saturday AM characters, at least the core ones, come together to fight a common evil, fight our Thanos or our Loki, our first Loki. Yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, it's close to an 11 by 17. Yeah, close to an 11 by 17. Again, guys, like the video. Follow on Twitch, because I will continue streaming on Twitch later today. So make sure to go on Twitch to catch the stream. Now I'm probably just gonna take a break, get some food, do something else, stand up. You know. What would you recommend for layout on comic pages? I'm studying animation and I have skills in storyboarding, but formatting the panels to highlight certain parts of the comics is a bit confusing. Flare Blitz for layout in comic pages. So like layout, like how to cut the panels and things like that. I don't know if you've seen there's a video that goes into detail of how I use it based off of my scripts and based off the story. I formed the script. Based on the script, I formed the storyboard, which is kind of like the blueprint of how the page is gonna look, right? The layout. And sometimes while I'm doing that layout, I might change my mind and go back to the script and change something that I did on the script. So it kind of feeds into itself. And there's a video, if you just search white manga scripts storyboards, that video goes into great detail. I don't know if you've seen it already, but that video should help. I kind of do it as best I can because I get that question a lot, and so I made a video so that you guys can always reference that video. Makes you want to work on your comic? Do it, Devin. I want to see if there's gonna be a part 2 of how to draw a book. It's in the we're talking about it, so there's a good chance because obviously there's a lot more that we could have covered, right? So stay tuned. I saw Apple Black at the grocery store recently. I'm so hyped. Appreciate you, especially if you picked it up. Thank you for the support. Thank you everybody who's gotten the books. Check out all the post-credit scenes. Book one has the most extensive post-credit scene as well, which I thought was fun. And there is a Easter egg thing, like a QR code here. Just a fun, innovative thing that we try to do with at least Apple Black Book. Hope you guys have fun with that. How did I know Apple Black was worth it? Because I know the story, and the story to me as a fan, looking at it from that lens, I think there's some good stuff there. Like there's just too much fun, too much sci-fi fun, and so I'm excited. I have other stories, but we're working on Apple Black now, so that's just what we're doing. But I plan on doing other things as well. How did you start out making your manga to get publication? And let's switch this. How did you start out making your manga to get publication? I have a close friend who wants to make his manga, and I feel you're a clear example of how to get there. There's a lot that there's... Obviously, we started Saturday AM inspired by what Shonen Jump does, and like Shueisha does with Shonen Jump, and a little bit of what Marvel and DC do here, Image Comics as well. And so we started that, and we kept putting our comic out independently. But eventually, with some success, thanks to you guys, we're able to get a distribution deal, a book deal through the Quarto Group, and that's why you guys are able to see our books all over the world: Walmart, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, Indigo, freaking Waterstones, W.H. Smith, you name it. We're at Right Stuff Anime. We're pretty much everywhere. Soon, probably even Target and so on and so forth, and that's through distribution. And so it's kind of connected to that, and being able to believe in something, go ham, and put it out there, do your best, and then being consistent enough and prepared for when the luck comes. The luck came. Thank God I saw my email, and we're able to do all this stuff from the How to Draw Diverse Manga book, the tutorial book, to creating this whole manga line that we're having fun with right here. So that's what we got. Your book's not here in the Philippines? Well, if it's not there in the Philippines, it's coming. It's in South Africa, Nigeria, Israel, Turkey, Netherlands, UK, Canada, Germany. Is just and we're not done, so it's still spreading, and we're also working on translated versions. So it's coming. Also, you guys will be able to pitch your own comics to Saturday AM through Saturday Con, which is a convention that we're having, a virtual convention where we're doing all kinds of fun Saturday AM things and making some really cool announcements, like really, really cool. So you want to make sure you don't miss any of those. And Saturday Con, you can sign up for that. Just go to saturday-am.com. In fact, let's see if I can cook some up. Y'all looking at the script. We come here. If you go to the Saturday AM website, we have all this fun stuff, right? Then you have Saturday Con over here. And you guys can sign up. We're also doing like a basketball manga with Overtime. We're partnering with Overtime to bring like a basketball manga, trying to re-envision, revolutionize sports manga in a really cool way with basketball. And there's some cool art that you guys will see and that we're gonna have fun with. In fact, there should be an Overtime thing. Let me see. News, latest news. What do we got here? We got see, you get more Overtime news over here, Saturday MX Overtime. And some of the basketball artwork was like on the basketball track, something, well, whatever it's called, Jumbotron, whatever it is, during the game, during a basketball game. These people have ties to ESPN, all these people, all the basketball-y people. And that's my art for like character designs for it. And it's coming. That was just Saturday M's Instagram page. And we have other events. March Art Madness, every March we'll have like an art competition, almost like a World Cup. So artists will battle each other and the winner usually gets some like contracts, as well as usually an Apple iPad and Apple Pencil and all kinds of fun stuff. And participants get all other fun things with each round as well. Saturday Con is like our convention. And then Summer of Manga, every summer we accept submissions and pitches to join Saturday AM. And we have our series here. These are all the series that we have, and it's still growing. In fact, there's some that aren't here. Come over here. And this is like our magazine, the latest issues. Here you go. And you can read the first 3 chapters of most of our series on pilotmanga.com over here. Clock Striker, Apple Black, a bunch of other ones. See Clock Striker for a second. You can also pre-order the books. So I don't know. Well, let me see. You have all the books. You can also get them on Amazon. So, yep. So, alright, guys. SaturdayCon is January 21st to 22nd. It's a 2-day event. Yes. Alright, guys. We've been on the stream for long enough. I need a break. I need to get some food, and then we'll go from there. Again, make sure to check out Twitch, follow on Twitch, subscribe, like this video, all that good stuff. It's White Manga, and I am